I'm holding up 5 fingers. It's just 2 of them are holding a beer.
2 fingers equals 1 burr. Hey everybody!
Hello!
Welcome back to
The Drunken Library!
And we've got some motherfucking tags for you today.
Some quote.
Yeah. We were tagged by Erica.
Over at the Perks of Books.
Right, for the 5 quotes tag. 5 book quotes that you really love, whether it be because you think they're funny or meaningful or just like beautiful or whatever.
Yeah.
So we've got an assortment, and because there are 2 of us, we technically have 10 quotes for you, and actually 11 because we've got an honorable mention.
Yeah, we do.
And it's great.
It is.
But I guess I'll start and then we'll alternate.
Yeah.
Because we
Don't know how to plan things.
Teamwork makes the dream work, guys.
Hey.
So the first one I have on here is from To Ride Pegasus by Anne McCaffrey. Failure is an inability to consider what is not presently known. You know what? This shit is crazy. But it's happening. And just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not possible.
That sounds like my life. You're a dirty, stupid son of a bitch of a moron.
It's so good.
From Catcher in the Rye.
Okay, that book is so quotable, but like, motherfuck do I hate Holden. It's such a good fucking insult.
I don't give a shit.
If somebody who needs to be offended, fucking offend them, whatever.
I'm only quoting literature at you, jeez.
Yeah, I'm just quoting Salinger. If you don't
Calm
understand, then like, you just don't get it.
Calm down.
Next one I have on here is from Lord of the Flies by William Golding. And this is a quote I love because it like sets the tone for the rest of the book, and also because I just think it's fucking funny.
I almost picked this one.
I agree with Ralph. We've got to have rules and obey them. After all, we're not savages. We're English. And the English are best at everything. So we've got to do the right things. Which, this is the character who goes batshit crazy first.
I firmly believe in this saying, quote, whatever. That's how you win at life. You have to imagine your way through. Never say something can't be done. There's always a solution, even if it's weird. That's from
good advice.
Yeah.
Situation.
It's from The Last Little Blue Envelope by Maureen Johnson.
Cool story, bro.
And I found $5. I did it.
The next one I have on here is actually from House of Leaves, and we should be impressed that I took anything away from that goddamn experience, because that book is some shenanigans. And I 10 out of 10 do not recommend reading it if you actually want to not feel like you're going insane for a month straight.
Yep.
But this quote, I try to write down things from books I'm reading in general, but this is the only thing I wrote down when I was reading that 700 and who the fuck knows how many pages of that book. This is the only thing I wrote down. So it's
very like, large pages.
Clearly a memorable thing, but the quote is, "Some people reflect light, some deflect it. You, by some miracle, seem to collect it." It reminds me of that Shakespeare quote, the like, "Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them."
I only know that quote from She's the Man.
I'm sure you do. Notebooks are tricky, you guys.
Being drunk just makes life complicated. Don't do it.
Stay in school, kids.
Don't be like us. From John Dies at the End.
So good.
By David Wong.
So good.
And my quote that I've chosen is...
So good. Sorry. Not sorry.
As usual, I didn't know whether to thank him or punch him in the balls.
It's so appropriate for Dave and John's relationship in that book. And just for life in general. Sometimes it's like, oh, this person helped me out, but also they're a fucking asshole and I want to punch them in the dick.
Okay.
Is from a book I'm actually reading currently, which is After Alice by Gregory Maguire. And the quote is, "Noon is a disguise of whiteness put on by the eternal night behind it."
So this one's from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. "And she tried to fancy what the flame of a candle is like after the candle is blown out, for she could not remember ever having seen such a thing." I love that.
My favorite quote from books ever, of all time, in life, ever. And it's from Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I've talked about 30,000 times on the channel. You've heard it at least once if you've been watching for any length of time. Not the quote, but you've heard me talk about the book, I'm positive. The quote is actually going to be my next literary tattoo, which if you saw, we just posted a video about our literary tattoos.
A pretty great video,
Yeah. I hope. This moment will just be another story someday.
Actually, my fifth quote is sort of similar in its
Theme.
It actually comes up several times in The Neverending Story. And that's another story and shall be told another time. You're tagged.
Do this video. We have no idea who has and hasn't done anything because we're the worst at doing tags.
We're also really prepared.
And also really drunk.
And before we leave you guys, we have an honorable mention.
We do. From Good in Bed by Jennifer Weiner. We're going to leave you exactly with this honorable mention. We share this as just a glorious quote moment, and that is, Bruce did not require a chicken.